Hello and welcome to Into the Breach. And we're back after a brief hiatus and with an all-new series, no less. Today we'll be playing a new game from Subset Games. If you don't recognize the name, you'll certainly recognize their work as they're the guys behind FTL. Now, I've played FTL quite a bit in both its mobile and Windows variants, and it's an excellent game, which I'm sure you've never heard from anyone else ever. Needless to say, I have a lot of faith in their latest endeavors, so much so that I'll be running a series for it on day one of its release. So if you're watching this video the day it's posted, you'll find the game available for purchase by going to subsetgames.com and selecting your platform of choice. The game itself is $14.99 USD, US dollars, American US dollars, currency, which is a steal if it's anything like FTL. So watch this video, give it a thumbs up, tell me how great I am in the comments, and then go buy this game in exactly that order. So, let's not delay the inevitable any longer and get right into it. Now, I've already gone through and done some test recording just to make sure that everything has come together and the production of the first video will go flawlessly. So we're not going to worry too much about that, but I will jump into options really quick just so you can kind of see what's going on here. I haven't really changed anything from its default setting except to set it to full screen. And to turn down the music and the effects. Now, the music, I want the music to be here because it's extremely good. The same guy, I think, that did FTL's soundtrack, Ben Prunty, has done the soundtrack for Into the Breach, and if I butchered that guy's name, I apologize. But anyways, it's really good. The music from FTL is great. If you've ever been to the Rock Homeworld sector, you'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I'm really excited to see what he's got for Into the Breach. So we want to make sure we have good music, but we don't want it to overpower everything else. And same with the effects. I don't really know what a lot of these things mean just yet. There's a game timer. It actually tells you what it is, I guess. We'll leave the tutorial on because I'm coming into this game completely blind, as I usually do for a lot of games. It's not like a... I don't know. There's probably going to be some story elements to it. I don't know how much it's going to be like a spoilery type game, so I don't know. I guess we'll find out. The other thing that's kind of important is combat speed, which it says here modifies how quickly enemy units take their turn. And you might not see why this is important just yet, but from what I gathered from the videos that I watched, the enemy will kind of sort of make their turn or perform their turn, and you'll be able to see what they're going to do, and then have an opportunity or a turn to react to it. And so I'm assuming that this has something to do with that particular functionality, and we'll see that when we get into the game. So I didn't actually look at this. Hopefully it's not too crazy. I don't know. I think we'll figure it out. Oh, different weapons. Repair. That should be useful. I probably should pay more close attention to hotkeys because in some other games on this channel I missed some basic functionality because I'm really good at games. Alright, so let's go ahead and start a new game. Humanity is destroyed, so that's good. Vex threat is unstoppable. Mission failed. Well, already off to a great start. Open a breach. Time to go back and try again. See, Ralph knows how it's done. You open breaches. Whenever you make a mistake, just open a breach. That's how you solve problems. Alright, so here we have the difficulty. FTL was notorious in its difficulty, at least, you know, for mere mortals such as myself. They at least let us start out on normal, instead of like very easy and easy, like FTL. It looks like they stopped doing that in this game, which is fine. We'll leave it on normal. So normal is designed to provide an interesting challenge to new and experienced players. I'm a new player. I'm not experienced by any means. What does this do for us? Increased spawn rates and more alpha vec. Scores increased. And then I guess this is a decrease. Yeah, okay. Cool. So, we have Rift Walkers here. Victory medals. Based on how many corporate islands are secured before completing the final island. Okay, so... it might also follow a similar format to FTL, where you go through a bunch of sectors and then have a final sector. Maybe you have a bunch of different islands and then a final island. I don't know. Just sort of throwing that out there. So these look like achievements. Combat mech. So here we have our... I'm guessing this is like the primary mech that you're going to be using. It has a Titan Fist. Punch an adjacent tile, damaging and pushing it. Okay. Cannon mech, artillery. Taurus cannon, brute class weapon, fires a powerful projectile that damages and pushes its target. So it's basically like this guy but ranged, although I would wager that he probably has less hit points and is less mobile? I don't know. Artillery mech, I just called this guy an artillery, but this is actually the real artillery. So artillery, Artemis artillery, ranged class weapon. Powerful artillery strike, damaging a single tile and pushing adjacent tiles. That seems pretty good. Doesn't do a lot of damage. What about these guys? So this guy does the most damage, obviously, because you're getting up and right into its face and you're punching it. You're punching it in the face. It's always going to do the most damage. It's always more damaging than getting shot, clearly. All right, so we can change the colors here. No, we can't. We could. If we had anything unlocked. What about this? I can rename the mechs. That's so cool. I'm going to kind of leave them as is for now. Maybe we'll rename them at another time. Time Traveler, speaking of time. Ralph Carlson, gain +2 bonus XP per kill. That seems good. Oh, you can change. So he actually is in one of these mechs. All right, we'll leave him in the main mech. Ralph Carlson. That's fine. Not too caught up on that. Change Time Traveler. So all these are locked. All right, good. So there's lots of stuff to unlock. This is good. Let's add some replayability to the game. So really not a whole lot we can do here except learn how our units are used in combat, which is good. But you know, there's nothing like trial by fire, in my opinion. All right, so these are unavailable. So these are all the islands that we have, and then if we click on this one that's available to us, we can see, well, not click, but if we mouse over it, Archive Inc. So does that mean, I don't know, maybe that's Archive Inc. owns this island. This museum island recreates old Earth as it was before the oceans rose and nearly wiped out humanity. It's a temperate climate. And the CEO of Archive Inc. is Dewey Elms. I don't know why that's important, but there you have it. So the threat scanner says we have, I wish I could like mouse over those. We've got like a flying dude, we've got a scorpion looking dude, we've got a ant looking dude maybe, and then something completely bonkers. I don't know what that is. Alien spherical head man. And then of course the leader is basically like a purple-ear version of the ant guy. All right, I don't know. I really have no idea what's going on here. But we're going to find out. So these are our mechs. I'm wondering how close this is to an actual tactics game. Are we going to like, is there going to be a grid where we can choose where to deploy our mechs immediately, or is it predetermined or randomized? Before we go in though, let's take a look at corporate reputation. Use reputation points to purchase supplies once an island is secured. Okay, that sounds good. Reactor cores used for upgrading your mechs. Oh yeah, that's right. So this game, you can actually upgrade your mechs. I don't know if you can upgrade your pilots, but you can obviously unlock new ones as we've demonstrated. But the mechs themselves, we can get them out. I don't know what that looks like, but hopefully we'll see that not before too long. Open the mech upgrade screen by clicking on any mech icon. Okay, here we go. So if we install reactors, we can then, so this is a little bit like FTL. So this is basically like power. So we add more power to it. And then we can allocate that power somewhere else in here. Like we can increase damage, we can make it dash, we can give it more health. That seems really cool, because then you could probably modify these between missions and reallocate your reactor. Okay, so he's I put him in the combat mech. So he's the pilot, and he's experienced, and I guess if we gain more experience, he'll unlock more passive abilities. That seems cool. We can test mechs. That seems useful. So what does this mean? Oh, we do have a pilot here, but it's just kind of like a generic pilot, I guess. Or maybe this is an actual pilot that I unlock. I'm actually not sure how that works. Maybe there's a primary pilot and then secondary pilots. Oh, I don't need to do it. Oops. Okay, we're fine. But because Ty is lesser pilot, we don't have anything unlocked with him immediately. Extra damage. Buildings immune. Oh, wow. That means you don't damage buildings. I don't know how that works. It's kind of weird, but we'll take it. All right, power grid. If you lose if this reaches 0. Reduced every time a powered building is damaged in combat. Oh, that's no good. So we can take basically a building can take 5 hits before it gets game over. Is that right? Grid defense. The percentage chance any building will resist damage. Oh, that could be handy. Gain power when your power grid is full to upgrade its defense. So we need to... It doesn't tell us how to acquire power, but when we do, we'll be able to increase the defense here. Overpower bonus. Okay, that makes sense. Pilot bonus. I don't know if my pilot can provide grid defense bonus or if that's specific to another pilot, so we'll see. Saved people. The number of people you saved in this timeline. Higher difficulties have more people per building in battle. All right, I'm assuming that's somehow affects your score. All right, let's get into it. Archive Inc. head office. If you are from the future, you'll find our island is even further back in time than you expected, if not for the Vec. I'd have loved to give you a tour of the old Earth relics. Combat simulation. There's a combat simulation available to get new commanders up to speed with mechanized combat. Would you like to launch the simulation? No. I should, but I'm not going to. We have tutorial tips, alright? That should be enough, right? Damaged power grid. So our power grid is damaged right now. The power grid connects every corporate island. Any damage it takes in missions will persist. The Vec caused damage before you arrived, but there will be opportunities to restore it. Okay. Every mission has different potential rewards for completing bonus objectives. You won't be able to do every mission on the island, so choose carefully. Safeguard Valley. Power cores. We know what those do. Grid power. We know what that does. Corp reputation. We know what that does. Warning. Missions with more potential rewards will have additional dangers. So this one's more dangerous. Ah, I see. So here we have just a normal mission. Defensive shields active. Defend the artillery support. This one has 2 things, right? 2 bonus objectives, but it also has tidal waves. I don't know what tidal waves are. Wonder if that's a way to convert like land tiles into water tiles or something like that. Kill at least 7 enemies. Protect the power generator. All right, so I know this is going to seem like the weaker move to take, but since we haven't played this game before, I'm going to start with easy mode. We'll just defend the artillery support and see how that works out for us. All right, our technicians recently got an old Earth artillery battery up and running. Please make sure it survives this fight. A bonus objective. Isn't that the primary objective? I don't know. Oh, artillery support, so that must be something else. All right. Let's give it a shot. Okay, yes, we can do that. Okay, so the tactics games that I grew up with, or at least I played in my formative years, all had tactics in the title for starters. So Into the Breach kind of breaks the mold with that. It's not called, Breach the Tactics or whatever. Like, Final Fantasy Tactics. But the same basic principles apply. So we can, within these yellow areas here, we can deploy our mechs. So what we're going to want to do is figure out what the best position is for certain mechs, like probably put an artillery behind a building here so he's not in danger of getting hit immediately. And then, putting this guy where he can get close to an enemy and punch it in the face. I don't know if... Force tile. If damaged, lights on fire. I'm not sure if this affects our movement ability or not. It shouldn't, right? Because we're a giant mech. Like a really giant mech, but we'll see. Energy shields. This is a shield. It will block damage and any negative effects. Only direct damage will remove the shield. Non-damaging negative effects will have no effect. Alright, that seems fine. Okay, so our first mech that we're going to place here. I'm going to go ahead... Like I said, I want to make sure these guys are close so that they can get up and do some punching action. And I might put him here with the idea that he'll eventually go here. So let's do that. This is the cannon mech, not the artillery mech. Let's make sure we keep that straight. We'll put him here. And we'll put the artillery back here. This is my grand strategy here. Deployment complete. You may change your placement before confirming. I think we're going to go with this for now. We're going to kind of play it fast and loose and see how it works. Excellent. All right. Emerging enemies. An enemy unit will emerge here next turn. You can temporarily block enemies from spawning, but it will damage the blocking unit. So they got the first turn. They rolled for initiative and won, I guess. Not sure how that works, but 4 turns remaining. Interesting. So this guy can't... Can he do anything? Webbed mech. This unit has been webbed. Mouse over the status icons on the bottom left to investigate what that means. Is this it? Units webbed by the mech cannot move, but they can still attack. Alright, so that's good. I don't really want him to move anyways. Alright, so what can I do with you? You know, that makes sense. That makes sense. Now I'm already regretting my decision. What do I want to do here? What happens if I select this? Like, okay, so... Alright, so I'm thinking here. I'm thinking to myself, if I move him, right? Right click or Q to disarm. Okay, good. So we could move him here. That means we would have access to shoot. I think you can shoot over buildings. Can you shoot over buildings? Yes, you can. I think about moving him here. And then moving this guy maybe here. And then what I can do is I can launch an artillery strike. No, that's not going to work. It's not going to work. These guys are tricky. Alright. Well, if I can only hit one guy with my artillery, and these guys all have... Well, that guy has 3 hit points. Do I want to... Let's see. I want to kill at least one guy. This is going to knock him back, though, isn't it? Yes. Okay, this actually will work. So what we'll do is we'll push him back here. That's still not going to work because he'll be in the line of fire. I wonder what happens if... What happens if you... Pushing it just one tile, right? This could actually be advantageous because what we can do then is push him on top of this guy, right? And then he'll take damage when this guy pops up. So that might finish him off, actually. And then we just have to figure out what to do with this guy. And we can't move him, which is a shame, but... I'm not going to be able to move him after I attack, right? That's one thing that I don't know, is like the, you know, how many... You have like 1 move per turn, basically. Not sure how that works. Okay. Okay, so that wouldn't actually work anyways. So the guy that I push over the emerging enemies gets to attack, or gets to move before the enemies emerge, unfortunately. Which means he'll probably just move off of that. And he's flying anyways, I'm not sure if how that would work. And then this guy, and then this guy. I don't know that that's immediately useful to me, but... So if we push this guy, and we push this guy... Yeah, that's not gonna work. Oh, also, this does 2 damage, so he's gonna die anyways. Oops. I suppose I can use hotkeys now, eh? There's too many buildings. There's too many buildings. I don't really know. Like, none of the slots that I have for artillery are gonna work. If only I could get over one more. I suppose I could try putting him here. It's not really gonna work. Oh no. Might work. Because he'll be back here. That means I could, like, potentially drop an artillery strike here. And then he'll take an extra. So he'll have 1 hit point left, and then we'll have, obviously, this guy. Who looks like he wants to attack this guy. That shouldn't be a problem, though, because I can just kill him next turn with this. But, alright, we're going to start moving here. I'm doing a lot of thinking. But that's okay. So, first things first. Let's just see what happens. Wait, what? The forest on this tile took damage, turning it into fire. So if you make any attack on top of forest, I see. If a unit stands on fire, it will ignite and take damage every turn. Alright, so that guy's dead, and there's fire here, so that's cool, I guess. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot this guy out here. He's gonna move back in the next turn. Okay, so that's how that works. Alright. He's gonna move back. That's fine. I guess we can move this guy here, do some more damage to this guy. And there's not a whole lot we can do with this guy. Except kill him next turn with him. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. We'll use all of our turns, all of our abilities. This will go on fire too, so that might not be a bad idea. Oh, that actually moves him. I forgot about that. Yes, yes. So he's actually, if he only has 1 move, I accidentally did something quite brilliant, actually. If he only has 1 move, then... Huh, I might have actually done this differently if I'd paid more attention to this, but I think we'll be alright. He'll survive 1 turn, that'll be fine. We'll kill him the next turn. I think that's it, right? Oh no, I can move this guy. And shoot with him. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I kind of feel silly now that I didn't actually pay attention to that. And of course the fact that... Okay, alright, I screwed that up. Okay. You can only do this once per battle. Well, I could start everything over if I wanted to, but you know what? We're not gonna do that just yet. We've got 4 turns left. This guy's gonna take some damage. I mean, I can't undo that move. I could go here. What would that do for me? It wouldn't really do anything. Yeah, unfortunately. I don't know if I want to move him out here because I wouldn't mind having him in position to attack these guys. We'll move him there. I know I have an active unit. I know I have an active unit. There's nothing I can do with him though. Oh, they can't change their turn. I see. Okay, that's interesting. I'm starting to learn. So I actually, they show what their turn is going to be after the next, at the end. So what I was thinking was that he was gonna move, but he's already set to attack in the next turn, so I just have to move Okay. Okay. Understood. Understood, game. Vex Scion. This enemy Scion provides a passive bonus to all Vec. Killing it removes the bonus. Yeah, so he's buffing their hit points, basically, so we want to kill him immediately, and I think we're going to. Oh, man. Moving him here was actually a really good idea. I'm really happy about that. Select the Scion and mouse over its portrait in the bottom left for more information. Alright, let's select you. You have 2 moves. Flying. Flying units can move over any terrain. Plus 1 HP as long as the Scion is alive. Well, guess what? The Scion has 2 hit points, and this guy is about to put an end to that. So before we do that, though, so we know that we're going to get rid of that, and we want to do that before we attack any of these other guys, so that we can get rid of their extra hit points. But what I'm probably going to do here... Well, this guy's actually going to attack, and this guy's going to attack. That's no good. You know how we're going to solve that problem, right? Maybe? Yes, we'll move him here. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If I move through this, is he going to catch on fire? That could be a problem. Where can I move him? Well, I could move him here, but that would not, that wouldn't help me. So essentially what I want to do is I want to attack here to push these guys out of the way so that they don't get an attack on this city. And this would have been perfect, except that it'll probably involve him being set on fire. We want to move him anyways because we don't want to kill this guy immediately. We want to deal with these guys first because they're an immediate threat. So let's go ahead and take this guy out. These guys lose their health. We have to do that before we do anything else anyways. So you can shoot anywhere along these axes. So that means we could... No. I want you to go this way. Why won't you go this way? That's gonna damage you, isn't it? Why can't I get him to go the correct way? I don't want him to go through the fire. Shoot. This guy has 2 hit points. Well, the other thing we could do is, if we artillery here, these guys will both have 1 hit point. This guy will be here. This guy will be here. We can kill him with this guy. And then I can go punch this guy, which is what I really want to do. Alright. Let's just see if that... Am I not on fire? I'm not on fire. Yes, okay. Alright, good. That's on fire now. These guys won't attack either way. Did that not do any damage to these guys? Damage 1. Oh, it doesn't do... It only does damage to the tile that it hits, not the adjacent tiles. Alright. Learning. We're learning. Alright, we're learning. That is unfortunate because now I'm not going to be able to kill these guys. Wait. No, you've already taken your move. Yeah. I mean, I definitely want to kill this guy. I also didn't realize... I wasn't paying attention that he's now next to this spawn, unfortunately. Everything has 2. We can only kill 1 more thing this turn. That's a shame. I could kill him. Leave this guy alive. Who's more dangerous, honestly? That's the question. I think these guys web, right? I don't know what these guys do. It's pretty obvious this guy's gonna get most of the kills. Carlson. Alright. We do this. He's going to move over one. That should still not be an issue, right? That's it. That's all I can do. Alright, so these guys are going to attack. Yep. Yep. And then these new guys are going to pop up and get a free turn. Ah, tricky. Tricky. Alright. Okay, so we've got artillery. We want to use this artillery. We really do. Where's this guy? He can go here. Might not be a bad idea. Where can you go? You can't really go anywhere. You're not going to be able to hit anything this turn. Alright, so he's not very well positioned, unfortunately. I mean, I could definitely kill my own guys, so that's nice, but... shoot. Shoot. Now, the other thing I can do is I can move him here after I kill this guy, but that's not going to do me a whole lot of good. So this guy's basically a no-go. I could move him here, though, in preparation for this. So... this guy's pretty much dead if I shoot him with this guy. I might have to... see, I can use the artillery to push this guy. If I move, like, over here, or down here, maybe. But that's just prolonging the inevitable. What about this guy? I could put him right here. I would put him in the line of fire, though. He'd get trucked. Take 1 damage, right? Or however... where's that? Yeah, 1 damage. That's interesting that you can intercept them, though. That's kind of cool. See, I can't really do a whole lot with this guy anyways. Although I guess if I could hit here, I could push him towards a bubble. So that would delay his damage. Not having this guy available is definitely going to be a problem. There's not really a whole lot I can do about this guy beforehand. Ralph, you're the only guy that can take care of him. I only have 3 moves, though, and I have 4 guys that I need to do something about. That's my biggest issue. I think I'm going to have to take a hit with this guy. I can't move with him. His only option is to take this guy out. Ralph, you're going to have to go here and punch this guy for me, please. Thank you. Another for the Rift Walkers. Heck yeah. Can't do anything with him. So you can move and shoot, or you can shoot, basically. That's what it looks like. Alright. Rain, you're going to take 1 for the team. There we go. That's going to move him over here. He won't do any damage to that, and we'll have an opportunity to take him out. And then we'll have to repair with this guy. We're seriously scraping the bottom of the barrel on this one. If I had been a little smarter on my first turn, this would have... No, wait a minute. What do I want to move him? I think I do. If he doesn't move after he attacks, which he might, I think they do, right? Yeah, they do. He's gonna move, but I need to move him anyways. I need to get him somewhere where he'll be in position to damage something, so we'll put him there, I guess. And then call it good. You can't hit anything with this anyways, so... Let's go ahead and see what that gets us. There we go. This is a unit is in need of repair. Understood. Your mechs will automatically repair all damage after battle. If a mech is reduced to 0 health, the pilot dies, and the mech is disabled for the rest of that battle. Ooh, that's bad. How do you get more pilots? Mech is surfacing. Okay, okay. This is good. This is very good. Alright, this isn't ideal. This isn't the ideal situation for me, but we only have one turn left to go. What do I want to do here? I can attack him, but not kill him. These guys have so many hit points. I can leave him, because he's just going to pop that bubble, which I don't really care about. And then try to take care of these 3 guys. The only problem is these guys all have 3 hit points, whereas this guy only has 2. And I can't reach these guys with him anyways, so... Unless I move them somehow. I don't really want to do that, though. I just wish these guys did more damage. Their damage is so low. Even with 2 guys, I can't take out 1 unit. It's no good, and I might have to repair him so that he doesn't die. Although if I move out of danger, I shouldn't be getting attacked. So maybe I can hold off. We only victory in 1 turn. That's all we have to do. Alright, we're gonna leave him. This is a strategic decision. What are we gonna do with you? Maybe I should heal him up anyways. Oh, it did say that healed automatically at the end of battle. This is gonna be a bit of a longer episode, so I apologize for that, but... So I move him here. And then, let's see. I can't kill him. Oh man. Well, we don't have any more units popping up, I noticed, and I'm guessing that's because all enemies will all enemies will retreat in 1 turn. That's why. So there's no more coming, which means we just need to survive this last round. I don't want to do this. Let's see, what if I take you here, and then push you back here, and then he comes in for the flank. Or I could take 2 hit points off of him and then get the kill on this guy, which would probably be a better idea because my experience is kind of not very well distributed right now. And this guy will be dead, which means it'll negate the damage done here, and then these guys will kind of be doing their thing. Not really caring. Alright, I think I'm going to do that. Man, that is cool. I like that. And 1 for you. Yes, please. This is for archive citizens! Way to go. Well. Oh, he'll actually do damage to both of these? That could be a problem because, you know what? We'll just kill him. We'll just kill him, and then this guy can pop the bubbles, and that's fine. Uh-oh. Is that gonna... Oh, no. I might need to go here, actually. That little explodey icon makes me think that because I'm pushing him into a building, it's going to do damage to it. So let's push him from the other direction. Alright, let's do that. And we will smack him. And he'll die. And then this guy... Oh, he only hits... for some reason I thought he would be attacking both, but it looks like he just hits 1, and he'll do... Alright. It should be fine. So we'll move you here. We'll push that guy back. Right? Yeah, let's do it. I don't think that makes much of a difference, but we'll see. Because you don't get XP for partial damage. Look at him run. Alright! Yes! No damage. I think that was flawless. 1,000 civilians protected. We got the bonus objective, which I think you can't really not get. Excellent job. We'll leave the artillery battery manned and ready in case the Mech decide to return. Excellent. Okay, so that's it. That is Into the Breach. That is a full level. I'm assuming that the levels are just going to get crazier and crazier. We're going to stop this episode right now because it's going really long because we had the intro and everything. I actually thought this was going to be a short episode, but, you know, goes to show. But yeah, so we've got, obviously we have the rest of the island to get through, and we're going to tackle that in the next episode and take this series to completion. I highly doubt that I'm going to beat this on the first run, so, you know, bear in mind that there could be some pretty horrible failures here coming up. But I think we did all right. We acquitted ourselves pretty well on the first mission. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and join me next time.